Like the reason Jim Jordan didn't have a shot, the reason Byron Donalds didn't have a shot is because the swamp isn't actually serious about changing the appropriations process. Not actually serious about cutting spending, because spending money is popular. It's great to go back to your district and go, hey, we're going to build a water slide. We're going to build a water park. We're going to, build a rec center for $50 million. And Congress gave us $100 because they're stupid. They like doing that. They like pork. They like the excessive spending. That's how deals get made in Washington. It's like, hey, here's a thing we need to do as a government. Well, I'm not voting against it. But what if we gave you money to build an ice skating rink? And now you got my attention. Can you throw in a miniature golf course? Yeah, probably. At least at the very least, we'll give you the rezoning for the environmental studies. Okay, I'll vote for this thing we actually need in Washington, D.C. That's how it works. That's how it works in Congress behind closed doors. So I don't doubt there are people in Congress that are serious about addressing the debt, changing the way we do business. But, there wasn't like this personal anecdote. Like me and Biggs always yuck it up and then laugh, and it's kind of stupid, and we make fun of each other because I like people who can have a loose conversation and still give me some of the DC dirt that's going on. But he's my pal. But I didn't leave there being like, wow, this is a whole new Congress. No, I said, you guys got to play team ball. He said, well, there's 5 teams in our party right now. I'm a member of a few of them. But that doesn't mean they can get together and vote as a group, which is what you got to do to advance legislation when you have slim majorities in the House. Okay, if you heard it differently than I did, you're welcome to call in and educate me, because I did not walk away from that being like, this is it, girlfriend. Now, I will continue to hold out hope, and the bar is low for Congress right now. They're at 19% in their approval rating, and the Democratic wing is endorsing Hamas. So, the Republicans look better by comparison. But this is not about looking better than fringe lunatics. This is about running our government in a responsible and effective manner. And I don't know that we've put ourselves in a position to do that. But Gates did say what I thought he would say, which is that, yeah, this is better because we got rid of McCarthy. But I still don't. It's like Bitcoin. Everybody can tell me something's a great idea, but they still can't tell me why it's kind of a great idea. So I'm not flat out denouncing it and saying, no, I have no interest in discussing this, or I've just formed a permanent opinion. I'm just saying I've yet to find an explanation for why Bitcoin is somehow better, or Mike McCarthy is somehow better, or Mike Johnson. And listen, I hope the heck he is better. I think that'd be the best thing that could ever happen to the country, because it's a mess right now. Okay, we'll even try to get him on once things calm down. Okay, and we'll try to talk about it, and I'll certainly interview some of the other congressmen I trust on the show. But I don't look out at Washington right now and be like, oh, no, they got this. I look out at Washington and see a never-ending fight for power. And oftentimes you accumulate that power at the expense of the well-being of this country. Like, think about the border wall. It's a great example, okay? Both political parties voted for a border wall. That's what they did. Republicans voted for it. Democrats voted for it. Okay, they built a little bit of wall under George H.W. Bush, built a little wall under Barack Obama. Okay? And then Trump was like, build a wall. And the Democrats were like, that's racist.
That's just how white folks will do you.
And that's how they did them. Okay, and we went from building a wall that both parties had agreed was in the best interest of our country to not building one, because we decried it as raceless purely for political gain. Think about the biggest problem facing our country right now, I think personally, in a constitutional republic, a democracy, just, if you wanted to be technical, a constitutional republic. Understand, we have a real problem in this country with election integrity, okay? Because the last 2 sides to lose an election both said it was stolen. The Republicans said it was stolen, and every Democrat who wants to imprison a Republican for saying it was stolen actually said it was stolen themselves. That was a thing. So you understand, we have a collective problem with election integrity because people don't believe in the legitimacy of our elections. So something that might be in the best interest of the country would be what? A bipartisan committee to elect, to investigate election integrity. Okay, but we're not doing that, because if you bring up that idea, they go, whoa, January 6th. What are you, nuts? You can't ask questions about the election. People will riot. They'll get nuts. They'll get mad. You can't do it. Come on, no. You're like, okay, well, then maybe we'll just pass some laws that'll make sure the vote is more, safe. Okay, voter ID. You can have to show an ID to vote, so we know you're a legally registered voter. What are you, nuts? It's white supremacy. It's voter suppression. That's what they told you, okay, in Georgia. Georgia's voter ID law resulted in the largest turnout for a state election in history. And Stacey Abrams continues to claim it was voter suppression.
Stacey Abrams is full of.
But you understand, those are people trying to get power at the expense of our own well-being. Joe Biden told us voter ID was Jim Crow on steroids.
This is Jim Crow on steroids, what they're doing in Georgia and 40 other states.
But Jim Crow on steroids.
Would you shut up?
That's what he said. Because they don't care about the toxic divide they're creating in society. They don't care about the greater good of the country. They just want power. But if you think that's unique to Democrats, you're an abject crazy person, because a lot of Republicans are just the same. Okay, I don't know how this new speaker thing's going to play out. I can only hope it's going to be better. But I'm not getting off the air right now being like, we got this under control. Go back to bed, America. I'm looking around the country right now and just being like, this is a mess right now. Okay, it's a mess. We'll get better. Why? Because we as a people, okay, I have confidence in us. I just don't have confidence in Washington. But I have confidence in us to get that Washington is making our lives harder. Ergo, we can change the people running Washington. And while we're at it, we can reduce Washington's impact on our day-to-day lives, because nothing it touches improves.
Government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.